Welcome back, everyone. Just today's episode, we're going to talk about items that we should keep in our vehicle in case of an emergency. And so, we're going to talk about things that we should have. So, in case for some reason something happens with our vehicles, um, we can either fix it ourselves or hopefully someone can assist us to get it working so we can make it home safely or take it to a shop so that it can get repaired. So we're just going to talk about some items that I think we should have in there, and then we'll kind of go from there. So let me just reposition this camera and we'll get started. All right, guys. So what we're going to talk about first is having some wrenches, sockets, and a ratchet in your vehicle. Um, I was able to get all this out of the shop. I have a drawer that has just metrics on. I have metrics on this side. I have SAE, which is American, which is the half inch, 3/8, 9/16, 5/8, all those, and these are the millimeters, the metrics. So I had these in the shop. You want to have a variety of these. So I have from 10 millimeter all the way to 15 millimeter in the wrenches, and I do love these. Because it's like a socket, ratchet. So one size is 8 and 13 millimeter, then it's 8 to 12. Same thing, this one is dual. So this one can do up to four different types of these or those. Same thing with this. So I have this here. So some of these items I just have in the shop, but in my truck, I have a box similar to this that just has sockets in it, and then I have the wrenches, and I also have power tools. But for this purpose here, I think that if you were able to just get one of these like this little toolbox, it says 107-piece home repair tool set. This is an old version. I've had it forever. Um, and so it has sockets, it has a ratchet, it has an extension, a hammer, then it has some wrenches here. Then you have like a crescent wrench, the adjustable wrench here. You have Allen keys there. So this is really good. So if you were able to get one of these or have one, that's good to have in your vehicle. Because if you have this, it's already self-contained, and you know if you're missing an item or not. If you have this, then you won't need any of these. And then I have some items to the left of this that if then you may not need some of those because this has it all. But if you don't have that, you can just piece it together just like this. I put a zip tie to just keep these together. Again, if you zip tie it, hopefully you'll have a knife or something then to cut this. So I just kind of use it just to hold it together. So this is kind of a good basic start here. So then we're going to move off to the left of that one. Then the other thing that you should have in your vehicle are gloves, because maybe you have to change a tire, and maybe you're going to work. Something happens. This way you have gloves. It protects your hands, and then plus they're relatively clean when you're done, so, because you have to get back in the car and touch everything, and then hopefully you don't touch yourself and then get all dirty. So gloves are a really good thing, so you don't get your clothes all dirty either. So you have a flathead screwdriver, Phillips, channel locks. Again, that's adjustable, so you can go to any position. Crescent wrench, it's adjustable wrench right up there. I do like having vice grips in my truck. Again, that way, you can, if there's a stripped bolt or something or nut, you can adjust this to where you can get a good bite on it, and then you hopefully can break it loose. A flashlight, of course, everybody has one on their phone, but maybe your phone is dying or you need more light. This one, again, gives you a free hand because then you can adjust it any direction you need it to go to. Um, Also, having a triangle if you have a flat tire, that lets people know that something is wrong. Then that way they know that you're on the side of the road as well. So again, these are some good options here that you, at least at a bare minimum, should have in your vehicle. Again, having the tools in your vehicle is a good thing because you may not know how to use it, which is fine. I've told my sons and my daughter that you don't need to know how to use it, but if you have it in your vehicle, if someone shows up and says, "Hey, I can help you. Do you have channel locks? Do you have a socket? Do you have a Phillips head screwdriver?" then you could say, yes, let me get my toolbox out. And then they can help you out, and then you'll be on your merry way. If you don't have it, then you'll have to wait for AAA or wait for someone to come and assist that you've called. Maybe they're 30 minutes away. It depends. Are you traveling? That kind of thing. So, at a bare minimum, you should have this. So, then we're going off to the right now. And so, obviously, your vehicle should already have a jack, but a hydraulic jack is great because it makes it so much easier than that little turn thing. It's a pain, and it takes a lot longer. Whereas this, um, the hydraulic one, you just pump it and then it'll lift up your vehicle. This one's up to a 2 ton, that small little guy. Um, so that's also great to have in your vehicle. You don't need to have that. Your vehicle should already have a jack, but again, it always seems to be cumbersome to crank it and everything else, where this would make it so much easier. The other thing you should have at bare minimum in your vehicle, or at least jumper cables in your vehicle in case your battery dies. So this is good to have, but I do have the I call it a jump starter or jump booster. Um, I'm not sure exactly what you would call it, but I have this one. The difference between the two here is this one, you need another vehicle to assist you to get your vehicle started, hopefully, if it's the battery. Whereas with this one, you just need you. You just need to make sure that it's charged. And then you'll plug this in, and then it lights it up. And anytime you have jumper cables or even this, you don't want to connect them because it could especially with this, it could potentially cause a short, but it won't, because you have to hit this button once you get it in there. Once it's set correctly, then this one will light up green as well. And then once it gives you the 2 greens, then you can start your car and this will jump it. This, I purchased this. It goes up to a 6.7 liter engine. My Tacoma is a 6 cylinder, so I think it's a 3.5 liter. So this is more than enough to power my truck or my wife's CRV. The reason I got like a 6.7 is because eventually I'm going to get a bigger truck, and then I don't need to buy another one. And this is really good. I got this probably about 3-4 years ago, I would say. There's a different variety of these, different styles, that kind of thing. The good other thing I like about this is that maybe power went out. Well, you can use this to charge your phone. If your phone still works, but maybe it's running low on power, you can charge it up here. And it tells you what the percentage was, 67%. So I'll have to charge this up. So again, this is really good to have in your vehicle at a bare minimum if you can't afford this right away. But again, this one requires a second vehicle to assist you to jump. Whereas this one, you could be at a concert, let's say everybody leaves, and you want to go home, obviously, but everybody left. Well, you can use this to get your car started. So then, the other thing I have in my truck, I have this in my truck, and I have this in my truck. So what this is a little compressor to air up your tire. I've used this about 3 times. I used it for my 0 turn because the air was low on the front tire. I used it to air up the wheelbarrow tire. I've also used it for my truck. It got cold about a week or 2 ago, and it was really cold. Probably really cold for us here in South Texas, like 40 degrees. It was like 40, 38 or something like that. It was cold enough that it lowered the tire pressure. So the tire pressure in my truck was probably like 32 or something that normally is. Then when it was cold, I think it dropped it down to like 25. So my little tire light came on. So then I used this to air it up. All you have to do is hit this button here, and then it has it for a car or a motorcycle. Then it has it for a bicycle. And then it also has it for basketball or football, that kind of thing. So then if you have the needle for like the basketball, soccer ball, just slide it in here, close that down, and then you can air it up with this. I got this one on sale probably like 6 to 8 months ago. I think I paid like $35 or something like that. It was almost like half off. So it was a good deal. Um, Again, I bought all this stuff obviously, but I didn't buy it all at one time. And I think that's one of the takeaways out of this is you don't have to buy it all at one time. You can buy it over time. Buy what you can afford. Something that's not going to break the bank. You can go to Amazon, look these up, and put it in your cart. And then once you see that the price dropped even more than what it was initially priced at, then you can purchase it if that's the case. So again, these are things that I think you should have in your vehicle. The other thing is there's different types of toolboxes. I've used this tool bag in my truck before because I had American in one of these and metric, and then I had wrenches and all kinds of stuff. So this would definitely be able to hold all the items that I have on this table. So then you can roll it all up and then tie it up in a nice little ball type thing and store this in the back of your car. So that's an option there. Or you can go to the traditional toolbox. A small little one like this. You can get this at Walmart, probably like $6 maybe. I think I bought this on Amazon for like $14 a couple years ago. Let's say this is about $6 to $8. And then here, you can get a big bag, and definitely all of this would fit in here, even the compressor or whatnot. The other thing you should probably have in your vehicle are fuses, but fuses for your vehicle. There's different styles. There's some that are small, some that are larger. Let me go get one for you and I'll show it to you. All right, guys. So here are some fuses here. And then on it, it tells you, like this one here says 7.5 amps. This one says 15 amps. This one says 10 amps. What does this say? This one says 5 amps. It tells you right there. And I'll bring this closer. I don't know if you could tell, but you can see there's like a little aluminum piece there. It kind of looks like a mountain or a hill kind of going up. That's how you know that if you could still see it, that means it's still good. But if it popped, it would probably see a little burn mark, and they would not be touching this little piece there. So it's good to have some of these. Again, it just depends on your vehicle, what style. These are the older style, I think. Then there's some that are much smaller as well. So this is something you should have. And obviously, you don't need the whole thing, but just have a small amount in there, different sizes, or I'm sorry, amps in your. I've used even little pillbox, empty ones, and just put some in there and have them in my vehicle. But again, this is kind of what I think you should have in your vehicle. Again, you don't need to know how to use it, but if you have it, and then a good Samaritan, passes by and says, "Oh, I can assist you. Do you have a wrench? Do you have this or that?" Then you can say, "Yes, I do." And then hopefully they'll be able to assist you and then get you to a safe location to where you can either make it home or you can take it to a shop. The other thing that should obviously be in your vehicle already should be a spare tire. And that's why it's important to have this little air pump, because a lot of times the spare tires lose air over time. So if you have that, that can air it up. And then also have the tire iron. That's the one that's going to take off the lug nuts. So those should be in your vehicle at all times. And then this should be kind of like the bare minimum of things you should have. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have any comments, concerns, please let me know, and then I'll try to see what I can come up for the next video. Again, I thank you for watching the video. Like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon. You guys take care. Bye.